Welcome to a magical journey through the world of Disney with our special Disney Trivia compilation video. As a heartfelt thank you for helping us reach 1,900 subscribers, we've gathered all our Saturday trivia videos from November to now, creating a delightful treat for all our Disney fans. From enchanting movie moments to fascinating character facts, this compilation is sure to spark joy and nostalgia. But the magic doesn't stop there. We're planning on an exciting live trivia event if we reach 2,000 subscribers, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our growing community. Let's keep the Disney magic alive. Now on to the trivia. What is the name of the demigod who accompanies Moana on her journey in Moana? Maui. Who voices the character of Elsa in Frozen? Idina Menzel. If I said her name incorrectly, I apologize. Who is the composer of the music for The Night Before Christmas? Danny Elfman. Who is the main character in The Hunchback of Notre Dame? Quasimodo. Don't worry, I didn't forget the fun fact for this week. Here it is. The sorcerer in Fantasia is called Yen Sid, which may ring a bell if you read it backwards. Do you see it? It spells Disney. Now back to our questions. In Up, which continent do Carl and Russell travel to? South America. At the beginning of Beauty and the Beast, what does Belle say the story she just finished reading is about? It's about a beanstalk and an ogre. What is this character's name or number in Soul? That's 22. In Finding Nemo, what's the name of Nemo's mother? Coral. How many ghosts live in the Haunted Mansion? $999, but there's always room for one more. What famous actor voiced Lightning McQueen in Cars? Owen Wilson. Where does Enchanted take place? New York City. What does Mulan call herself when she's pretending to be a man? Ping. What is the name of the Italian restaurant where Lady and the Tramp have spaghetti? Tony's Restaurant. Who trained Hercules to be a hero? Phil. Who is Simba's trusted advisor in The Lion King? Rafiki. What Disney character is known for leaving a glass slipper at a royal ball? Cinderella. What is the name of Buzz and Woody's original owner in the Toy Story franchise? Andy. As always, I like to include a fun fact, so here it is. Tiana was Disney's first left-handed princess. This was at the request of her voicing star Annika Noni Rose, a left-hander. Hope I said her name correctly. Apologies if I did not. Which Disney movie is set in the underwater city of Atlantis? That would be Atlantis: The Lost Empire. What is the name of the song that Mulan sings to honor her family in Mulan? Reflection, and it's a beautiful song. Who co-founded Disney with Walt Disney? His brother, Roy O. Disney. What is the name of the iconic castle at Disneyland? Sleeping Beauty Castle. Which Disney movie features a chameleon named Pascal? Tangled. What is the name of the bird that accompanies Moana on her journey? Hey Hey. In DuckTales, what is the name of Scrooge McDuck's grandnephews? Huey, Dewey, and Louie. What Marvel superhero is known as the God of Thunder and has his own movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Thor. What is the name of Han Solo's ship in Star Wars? Millennium Falcon. In Up, what is the name of the elderly man who flies his house to South America using balloons? Carl Fredricksen. What is the name of the prince in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Prince Florian. In Inside Out, which emotion is voiced by Amy Poehler? Joy. What is the name of the island where Ariel lives in The Little Mermaid? Atlantica. For you returning viewers, you know I always like to include a fun fact, so here's this week's. Main Street is based on 1910 America, while Tomorrowland was designed to represent 1986. Both were chosen because they were Halley's Comet years. Now on to the next question. What is the name of the family in The Incredibles? The Parrs. In Peter Pan, what is the name of Captain Hook's ship? The Jolly Roger. What are the names of Walt Disney's two daughters? Diane and Sharon. What type of fish is Dory in Finding Nemo? Tangfish. Who is Luke Skywalker's father in the Star Wars franchise? Anakin Skywalker, or Darth Vader, depending on your point of view. What is the name of the massive tree in Disney's Animal Kingdom? The Tree of Life. What season is Bambi born in? The spring. What Disney animated movie is inspired by Sherlock Holmes? The Great Mouse Detective, which is still in our movie bracket challenge, so remember to vote. In The Hunchback of Notre Dame, who besides Esmeralda does Quasimodo count as friends? The three gargoyles, whose names are Victor, Hugo, and Laverne. In The Little Mermaid, where does Ursula store Ariel's voice? Inside a shell necklace. How many fairies take care of Aurora in Sleeping Beauty? Three. Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. What is the name of Ariel and Eric's daughter in The Little Mermaid 2? Return to the Sea. Melody. How many fingers does Mickey Mouse have? Four. As always, I like to include a fun Disney fact, so here's this week's. Did you know that until 1936, Disney held the exclusive rights to create color animated films? This unique privilege allowed Disney to captivate audiences with vibrant and colorful animations, setting a new standard in the animation industry. It wasn't until the expiration of this exclusivity that other animators could join the colorful world of animation, paving the way for a more diverse and competitive industry. This early advantage helped Disney establish itself as a leader in the animation, and a legacy that continues to this day. If you're a content creator on YouTube, consider how exclusivity or unique content can set your channel apart and attract a dedicated audience. Now back to the questions. What does Hakuna Matata mean?
Hakuna Matata.
What?
Hakuna Matata. It means no worries.
Which Disney princess sings Once Upon a Dream? Sleeping Beauty herself, Aurora. In The Princess and the Frog, Tiana's dream is to renovate what kind of building into her restaurant? A sugar mill. What did Aladdin steal from the marketplace? A loaf of bread. In Beauty and the Beast, which animals does Belle show her book to in the town square? Sheep. In 101 Dalmatians, what TV show was the pup's favorite? Thunderbolt. What does Madame Medusa run in The Rescuers? A pawn shop. What classic ride can be found at every Disney park around the world? Dumbo the Flying Elephant. What does Rapunzel use as a weapon against Flynn in Tangled? A frying pan. Which rock band was originally meant to voice the vultures in the Jungle Book? The Beatles. Here's your first quote. The flower that blooms in adversity is the most rare and beautiful of all. Time's up. If you guessed Mulan, you're absolutely right. It was said by the Emperor of China in the movie. Next quote. Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. Did you guess Lilo and Stitch? If so, you're on a roll. Alright, let's continue on. To Infinity and Beyond. Toy Story. For a true hero isn't measured by the size of his strength, but by the strength of his heart. Hercules. Said by Zeus. Some people are worth melting for. Just maybe not right this second. Frozen. Don't worry, I didn't forget the fun fact. Here's this week's fun fact. Frozen took 70 years to make. You heard me right, 70 years. This story is loosely based on Hans Christian Andersen's story, The Snow Queen, and the movie was originally considered for production back in 1940 by Walt Disney himself. Back then, Walt Disney partnered up with Sam Goldwyn of MGM to bring The Snow Queen to screen, but it wasn't to be. They worked on the project until 1942, but World War II stalled the movie. The idea for The Snow Queen was revisited in the late 90s, but scrapped again, and again in 2002. And then again in 2010. It wasn't until Chris Buck and Jennifer Lee took it on in 2012 that we finally got the movie. Now back to the quotes. The past can hurt, but the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. The Lion King, said by Rafiki. How do you spell love? You don't spell it, you feel it. In Winnie the Pooh, and it was actually a conversation between Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. I never look back, darling. It distracts from the now. The Incredibles, said by Edna Mode. Phenomenal cosmic powers, itty bitty living space. Aladdin, said by Genie. The only thing predictable about life is its unpredictability. Ratatouille, said by Remy. The problem is not the problem. The problem is your attitude about the problem. Do you understand? Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, said by Captain Jack Sparrow. From failure, we learn. From success, not so much. Meet the Robinsons. Work the hair. Ice Princess, said by Jen, played by Hayden Panettiere. Success doesn't come for free. You have to do whatever it takes to seize your moment. Coco. Just because I can't see it doesn't mean I can't believe it. The Nightmare Before Christmas. You're never too old to be young. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, specifically said by Happy. Attitudes reflect leadership, Captain. Remember the Titans. Wait up. Wait for me. Not you. I don't even know you. Princess Diaries. Said by the best friend Lily. What is the slogan for Monsters, Inc.? We scare because we care. In Bambi, what kind of animal is Flower? A skunk. What was Disney's most expensive animated film? Tangled. doing this part over. As always, I like to include a fun fact, so here's this week's. Every day at Epcot, thousands of people wander by a pretty important tribute to Royal Disney without even knowing it. There's no plaque or signal that you should stop and take a selfie, and thus people simply don't realize it's there. To most people, it's just one piece of the scenery. Emperor Hirohito of Japan was a Disney fanatic. When he visited Disneyland in 1975, he was given a Mickey Mouse watch, which became one of his prized possessions. In 1979, it stopped ticking, which became something of a national emergency. American watch experts were called in, and it was even reported in the Times. At last, it was discovered it simply needed a new battery. To him, Disney was a deep part of his life. In honor of his friendship between the Emperor and Royal Disney, Hirohito gifted a stone lantern known as Toro during the dedication of Magic Kingdom. The lantern, which is quite large, was placed on display in the Polynesian resort. Once Epcot opened, it was moved to the Japanese area and was given a place opposite the entrance building where the drum shows are performed. The building itself was inspired by the pagoda in the Hororyo Temple found in Nara. The deer on the back of the lantern is a representation of the Nara Deer Park. The fit was perfect. Next time you pass by this lantern, take a moment to reflect and understand. Here, much like Roy himself, sits a silent tribute. No plaques or calls to camera action. It's simply there, overseeing the park and making sure that guests have a good time. Share the story of the Emperor and his watch and his gift to Roy. So next time you pass by, you can tell your friends about it. That's the best way to share Disney history, right? I found this obscure fact on jamesheedlewrites.com. I'll provide a link in the description. So I guess that was a couple fun facts. Now back to the questions. What does Lilo put in Stitch's bottle in Lilo and Stitch? Coffee. Which musical does Wally love? Hello, Dolly. What kind of animal was the title character in Robin Hood? A fox. What is Princess Mia's full name in The Princess Diaries? Amelia Meganote Thermopolis Rinaldi. Hope I said it correctly. How does Mulan save her fellow soldiers when they get ambushed? She causes an avalanche. Where do Aladdin and Jasmine first meet? The marketplace. How many bricks were used to make Cinderella's castle in Walt Disney World? None. It's made of steel, concrete, plaster, cement, and fiberglass. What sweet treat isn't sold at any Disney park? Chewing gum, because it's difficult to clean up. What was Disneyland Paris's original name? Euro Disney. Which Disney princess film has the most live performances at a Disney theme park? Beauty and the Beast. In Peter Pan, what did Peter leave behind in Wendy's bedroom? His shadow. Who was Maui's voice in Moana? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. What year was the original Cinderella released? (1950). What are the names of the 3 films in the Aladdin trilogy? Aladdin, Aladdin and the King of Thieves, and The Return of Jafar. That was a tough one, so why don't you give yourself a point for every one you got? What type of creature is the Disney sidekick, Mushu? He's a dragon in Mulan. What hair color does Ariel have in The Little Mermaid? Red. Don't worry, I didn't forget the fun fact. Here's this week's fun fact. Prior to 1988, Minnie Mouse only starred in one cartoon by herself, 1942's Out of the Frying Pan and Into the Fire, which was a World War II training video about rationing. Now back to the questions. Who did Pocahontas' father want her to marry? Kokum. Hope I said his name correctly. Pongo and Perdita originally had how many puppies in 101 Dalmatians? (15). I can't name them all, can you? What is Tarzan's adopted mother's name? Kala. What facial feature of Pinocchio's grows when he lies? His nose. Guess he just lied. What's the name of the daycare that Andy's toys end up in Toy Story 3? Sunnyside Daycare. Russell belongs to which scouting organization in Up? The Wilderness Explorers. Which planet do guests visit in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge? Batu. There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow is the theme song of which iconic Disney ride in the Magic Kingdom? Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. Who said, "Fish are friends, not food"? Bruce from Finding Nemo. Which song do Cinderella and Prince Charming dance to at the ball? So This Is Love. What is the Address Dory has to memorize in Finding Nemo. P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. How many muses are in Hercules? Five. Which divorced toy executive is magically recruited to take on Santa's role in the Santa Claus? Scott Calvin. How long did it take Judy the elf to perfect her hot cocoa recipe in the Santa Claus trilogy? $1,200 Which 1952 classic animated short starred Chip and Dale as inhabitants of a freshly chopped Christmas tree? Pluto's Christmas Tree. As always, I like to include a fun Disney fact, so here's this week's fact. In keeping with our theme for today, it's Christmas related. The seasonal decor found across Walt Disney World Resort in Florida has 29 iconic trees that are between 15 and 70 feet tall. Another 596 trees range from 2 to 14 feet tall. Stars and toppers for the trees can be up to 7 feet wide and weigh more than 200 pounds. And the life-size gingerbread house at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa is made up with more than 10,000 individual pieces of gingerbread. Wow. Now back to the questions. Donald fought with Chip and Dale over presents in which classic Disney cartoon? Toy Tinkers. What kind of instrument is forte in Disney's Beauty and the Beast: The Enchanted Christmas? A pipe organ. Who does Mickey play in Mickey's Christmas Carol? Bob Cratchit. The Muppet Christmas Carol is based on a classic book. Who wrote the original version? Charles Dickens. In the movie A Muppet's Christmas, Letters to Santa, who ruins the delivery of the Christmas cards? Gonzo. What was the first original holiday film to stream on Disney+? Noel. In Mickey's Christmas Carol, who plays the ghost of Jacob Marley? Goofy. In what Disney film do Donald's nephews, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, wish it could be Christmas every day? Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. This film is a collection of 3 short stories about the Disney mascots. This is the first short in the movie. Which classic Disney Christmas cartoon came out in 1932? Santa's Workshop. It was a Disney animated short film released in 1932. It was a part of the Silly Symphony series and was one of the first color cartoons of Santa Claus. What two types of animals skate on the ice with Minnie Mouse in the film Mickey's Toys Upon a Christmas? Alligators and hippos, and daisies on the ice as well. In Lilo and Stitch, what type of instrument does Stitch learn to play? The ukulele. In the Jungle Book, what is the name of the boy that the animals call Man Cub? Mowgli. In the Toy Story franchise, what toy does Andy choose to take to college? Woody. As always, I like to include a fun Disney fact, so here's this week's fact. Did you know that the Diamond Horseshoe in Disney World's Magic Kingdom is strategically located between Frontierland and Liberty Square? This placement is a nod to St. Louis, famously known as the Gateway to the West. The Diamond Horseshoe serves as a symbolic bridge between the pioneering spirit of the American frontier and the historic roots of the East, much like St. Louis did during the westward expansion. This clever geographical positioning adds a layer of historical depth to the park's immersive storytelling. Now, back to the questions. What type of animal is Destiny in Finding Dory? She's a whale shark. In Bolt, who teaches Bolt the dog face? Mittens the cat. Linguini's first role at Gusteau's is what? Garbage Boy. Wally stores the plant he finds in what? A boot. In The Incredibles, the robots created by Syndrome are called what? Omnidroids. Hey there, wonderful viewers. If you're enjoying this video and want to keep the positivity flowing, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Support means the world to us. And if you're new here, welcome to the Smiling with Aaron D family. Become part of our positive community by subscribing and hitting the bell icon. Let's explore amazing stories together. And remember, sharing is caring. Share this video with your friends and family who love a little sprinkle of magic in their lives. Let's keep spreading love and kindness together. In the Aristocats, Abigail, Amelia, and Uncle Waldo are what type of animal? They are geese. Which toy does Woody send to spy on Andy's birthday party? Green Army Men. Where do Dumbo and his mother live and work? A traveling circus. What is Lightning McQueen's catchphrase?
Ka-chow! 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 Ka-chow!
Who is Mike's first roommate at Monsters University? Randall, Ichabod, and Mr. Toad. What is the name of the ghostly rider that haunts Sleepy Hollow, terrifying Ichabod Crane? The Headless Horseman. In Hercules, who provides the voice of the film's somewhat naive main character as an adult? Tate Donovan. Who owned Pongo in 101 Dalmatians? Roger Ratcliffe. Which Disney character was on Max's telephone in a Goofy movie? The mouse himself, Mickey Mouse. In Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, what character from the movie only appears once at the beginning and once at the end? The Prince. What is the name of the duet between Rapunzel and Flynn Rider as they sit in a boat with floating lanterns hovering around them? I See the Light. Who wishes Alice a happy unbirthday in Alice in Wonderland? The March Hare and the Mad Hatter. In Atlantis Lost Empire, what is Milo's last name? Thatch. What is the name of the group of girls that Dot belongs to in A Bug's Life? They're the Blueberries. We meet the main character Joe Gardner as the film opens. In Soul, Joe is at work. What does Joe do for a living? Middle school band teacher. Which actor from Monty Python narrated Winnie the Pooh in 2011? John Cleese. How many golden camels does Prince Ali have as he enters the city of Agrabah? $75. Aside from English, what language is used in the song Circle of Life in the Lion King movie? Zulu. And here's a little translation. As always with our trivia, I like to include a fun fact, so here's this week's. To help convince Ron Williams to star in Aladdin, the animators animated one of his stand-up routines that's delivered by Genie himself. And clearly it worked. Now back to the questions. In Cinderella, the invitation for all the ladies in the house is delivered while the stepmother and stepsister are having what kind of lesson? A music lesson. What city do the Parr family live in The Incredibles? Munisburg. I hope I said it correctly. What are the names of James's aunts in James and the Giant Peach? Sponge and Spiker. Again, I hope I said those names correctly. What was the name of the diamond that Medusa and Mr. Snoops want Penny to find for them in The Rescuers? The Devil's Eye. In The Fox and the Hound, what is Boomer? He is a woodpecker. In Toy Story 2, who is the toy that Woody goes to rescue from the yard sale? Wheezy. Which popular Disney song made its debut in the film Pinocchio? When You Wish Upon a Star. Who owned the dairy farm that offered to take Abner Dixon's cow in Home on the Range? Pearl. What Disney character makes a brief cameo as a stuffed animal in Frozen? Mickey Mouse. I know it's hard to see, but he is there. In Inside Out, what sport does Riley love? Ice hockey. What insect was trying to get away from the falling musical instruments in Bumble Bugle in Melody Time? A bee. What are the name of Lightning McQueen's two biggest fans in Cars? Tia and Mia. Who does the voice of Professor Ratigan in The Great Mouse Detective? The legendary Vincent Price. From what clan was the first suitor introduced to Merida for her hand in marriage in Brave? Clan Macintosh. What is the name of the young village girl who follows Mowgli into the jungle in The Jungle Book 2? Shantai. Hope I said her name correctly. What kind of wine does Linguini get drunk on in Ratatouille? Red wine. What was the name posted above the entrance to Winnie the Pooh's home in The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh? Mr. Sanders. In Up, what job did Carl Frickerson hold before he retired? Balloon salesman. How many years ago did Maui steal the heart of Te Fiti in Moana? $1,000 years ago. What is the name of the fish next door that knows everything in Finding Nemo? Sandy Plankton. What marine life pulls King Triton's chariot? Dolphins. When we first see Captain McRae of the spaceship Exiom, he is upset that the autopilot did not wake him up for what in WALL-E? The morning announcements. Which character was going to be hung as bait to catch Robin Hood in Robin Hood? Friar Tuck. What's the name of the talking tree character in Pocahontas? Grandmother Willow. What city does Stitch build and then destroy in Lilo's room? San Francisco. Whom does Cody rescue from the poacher's trap on top of the cliff in The Rescuers Down Under? Marachute. Since this is a special extended trivia, I've decided to throw in another fun fact for you. Lilo and Stitch features more Elvis Presley songs than any of the King's own films. Now back to the questions. In Toy Story, where does Sid first meet Woody and Buzz? Pizza Planet. In Monsters, Inc., what is Sully's full name? James P. Sullivan. In Meet the Robinsons, Lewis learns about Bowler Hat Guy. What is the name of the hat that Bowler Hat Guy wears? Door 15. Who is the main villain in the movie The Three Musketeers, starring Mickey, Donald, and Goofy? Peg-Leg Pete. In the Jungle Book, Baloo sings what song? The Bare Necessities. At the end of the movie, is Stitch one of the characters that comes in to watch the film in Lion King 1.5? Yes, there he is. What are the names of Lady's two friends and next-door neighbors in Lady and the Tramp? Jock and Trusty. How many kids does Gaston want to have with Belle in Beauty and the Beast? Six or seven. Where was Mrs. Jumbo's baby finally delivered in Dumbo? On the train. What is the name of Merlin's owl? Archimedes. I hope I said that correctly. The first movie Donald watched was about Pablo. Who was Pablo in The Three Caballeros? The Penguin. What does Thomas O'Malley say Duchess's eyes look like in The Aristocats? Sapphires. Mulan called for her little brother when she woke up one morning. Who was her little brother? The dog. How old is Tiana in Princess and the Frog? "19. Where does Sully throw Mike's book in Monsters University? Out the window. What name does Princess Aurora go by to protect her identity in Sleeping Beauty? Briar Rose. In Hunchback of Notre Dame, what is the name of the female gypsy in the movie? Esmeralda. In Dinosaur, what did Aladar find for the caravan that essentially saved all their lives while on their way to the nesting ground? Water. What do Oliver and Dodger steal from Louie in Oliver and Company? Hot dogs. The traveler watched a boy playing the pan flute to make what animal dance in Saludos Amigos? I'm sorry, I know I butchered that. A llama. In Zootopia, what is the name of the DMV worker who is a sloth? Flash Slothmore. What is the name of the river in Elsa and Anna's mother's song? Altuhalanlan. I know, I'm sorry, I may have said that incorrectly. Apologies. What is Turk's full name in Tarzan? Turkina. What was the name of the valley where Mickey, Goofy, and Donald lived in Mickey and the Beanstalk as a part of the fun and fancy-free movie? Happy Valley. And we'll start with theme park trivia. What family resides in the Adventureland treehouse at Magic Kingdom Park? The Robinsons. The Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse is a walk-through attraction based on the 1960 film. Who do we first meet on Spaceship Earth? A caveman. The Hall President's exterior is modeled after which real-life landmark? Independence Hall in Philadelphia. Which Disney character do you see at the end of Soarin' Around the World? Tinkerbell. True or false? The original working name of Splash Mountain was Zippity River Run. True. Michael Eisner changed the name after the success of the movie Splash, and the Imagineers later added the word mountain. Who guards the Forbidden Mountain at Expedition Everest? The Yeti. Which band stars in Rock and Roller Coaster at Disney's Hollywood Studios? Aerosmith, but there are plans to change that. In what Magic Kingdom land can you find Space Mountain? Tomorrowland. What is the official symbol of Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park? Tree of Life. What's inside the big golf ball at Epcot? Spaceship Earth. What are the ride vehicles in the Haunted Mansion called? Dune Buggies. True or false? Epcot stands for Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. True. Walt Disney originally envisioned Epcot as a utopian city, but this vision was never realized and Epcot became a legendary theme park instead. What is the name of the tallest mountain at Disney's Blizzard Beach water park? Mount Gushmore. As always, I like to include a fun Disney fact, so here's this week's fun fact. Did you know that the US and Canadian governments commissioned Disney to produce training and propaganda films during World War II? The Disney films were intended to increase public support for the war effort. Now back to the questions. Now let's move on to the history section. How many Disney princesses are there? The official count has it at 12, although if you're within one or two, I think it's okay because I think it's up for debate. The 12 listed officially are Cinderella, Tiana, Ariel, Belle, Merida, Moana, Snow White, Jasmine, Aurora, Mulan, Rapunzel, and Pocahontas. What was the Walt Disney Company originally named? Disney Brothers Cartoon Studio. Walt and his brother Roy founded it. How many film studios does Disney own? Eight. Walt Disney Pictures, Walt Disney Animation Studio, Pixar, Marvel Studios, Lucasfilm, 20th Century Studios, Searchlight Pictures, and Blue Sky Studios. What is the first attraction to feature an audio animatronics? The Enchanted Tiki Room. Where did Walt Disney get the idea for Disneyland? Griffith Park is where he came up with the idea. What resorts opened with Walt Disney World in October of 1971? Disney's Contemporary Resort and Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. Who said, "It's kind of fun to do the impossible"? Walt Disney himself. Who was the first cartoon character to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Mickey Mouse. What is the name of Disney's private island? Castaway Cay. What are the two abandoned Disney parks? River Country and Discovery Island. What was the first cartoon where Mickey Mouse spoke? The Carnival Kid in 1929. Before starting the Walt Disney Company, what did Walt almost do for a living? He almost sold vacuum cleaners for a living. Which Disney movie was the highest-grossing film of 1961 and features a puppy-obsessed villain? "101 Dalmatians." On to the movies. Rescue Ranger's Chip is styled after which iconic movie character? Indiana Jones. Who voiced Scuttle in the animated Little Mermaid? Buddy Hackett. Which Monsters, Inc. Incorporated character is always watching? Roz. What is the cutest little town in Carburetor County? Radiator Springs. What game did Kronk play when he and Yzma were in the jungle searching for Cusco in Disney's The Emperor's New Groove? Exotic Bird Bingo. What kind of animal does Dory name Squishy in Finding Nemo? Jellyfish. What was the name of the store with a big summer blowout in Disney's Frozen? Wandering Oaken's Trading Post and Sauna. What number is written on the front of Disney's famous car, Herbie? "53. What is Tramp's nickname for Lady in Lady and the Tramp? Pidge, short for pigeon. Disney's Mulan takes place in China during which dynasty? The Han Dynasty. What kind of wood is Pinocchio made of? Oak. What was the Riviera's family business that began with Miguel's great-great-grandmother, Mama Imelda, in the movie Coco? Shoemaking. What sport was Chicken Little's father famous for? Baseball. What was the first Disney song? Yoo-Hoo was the first original Disney song written by Kyle Starling and Walt Disney for the 1929 cartoon Mickey's Follies. What is the theme song for Toy Story? You've Got a Friend in Me, written by Randy Newman for the Toy Story franchise. Under the Sea is included in which Disney movie? The Little Mermaid. Which Disney movie contains the most songs in it? Alice in Wonderland, featuring 19 musical moments. The lyric, "I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water," is from which Disney song? How Far I'll Go, from Moana. When Tiana cleans her restaurant, what song does she sing in The Princess and the Frog? Almost There. Which Disney movie includes the song Once Upon a Dream? Sleeping Beauty. Which Disney character talks about not smiling at the crocodiles? Peter Pan. Never Smile at Crocodile is a novelty song written for the film Peter Pan, though it famously appears in instrumental form in the final film as the theme for the Tick-Tock, the crocodile. It is the most famous song ever deleted in Disney history. What was the first Disney song to earn an Oscar? When You Wish Upon a Star, from Pinocchio. The song Scales and Arpeggios, sorry I'm saying that incorrectly, is included in which Disney movie? The Aristocats. Which Disney song includes the lyrics, "I'm afraid of what I'm risking if I follow you"? Into the Unknown in Frozen 2. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is a song from which Disney film? Mary Poppins. What was the name of the high school in High School Musical? East High. What is the name of the Disney live-action film that tells the story of a young girl who can control plants and nature? The Nutcracker in the Four Realms. Who plays Mary Poppins in the original Mary Poppins film? Julie Andrews. In which lesser-known Disney movie did Angela Lansbury of Mrs. Potts fame play a character deciding to become a witch? Bedknobs and Broomsticks. This 1968 Disney comedy stars Dick Van Dyke and Edward G. Robinson. What is it? Never a Dull Moment. Who portrayed Captain Nemo in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? James Mason. What 1963 movie stars Halle Mills, Dorothy McGuire, and Burl Ives? Summer Magic. In 1959's The Shaggy Dog, which actor obtains the magic ring and turns into a sheepdog at the most inappropriate moments? Tommy Kirk. What is the name of Will Turner's father in Pirates of the Caribbean? Bootstrap Bill Turner. What Academy Award-winning actress plays Miss Hannigan in the 1999 remake of Annie? Kathy Bates. Who plays the absent-minded professor in Flubber? Robin Williams. What 1992 musical stars a young Christian Bale and was billed as bringing home labor issues to kids? Newsies. Which non-animated Disney film was the first ever to have a movie premiere at Disneyland? Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl. The 2003 film premiered at Disneyland to capitalize on the original Pirates of the Caribbean ride. As always, I'd like to include a fun Disney fact as a part of our trivia. And pay attention, because you never know, it could be a question in a future video. So here's this week's. Sully from Monsters, Inc. has more than 2.3 million individual hairs, which are all carefully animated. This explains why a single frame of the big blue fella took an average of 12 hours to produce. Now back to the questions. What food is Tiana's famous for in The Princess and the Frog? Beignets. Which Disney movie features a character named Baymax? Big Hero 6. What is the name of the teapot character in Beauty and the Beast? Mrs. Potts. And though I know technically we could have also included this in the live action. True or false? Prince Eric had an Old English sheepdog in The Little Mermaid. True. What is the name of Prince Philip's father in Sleeping Beauty? King Hubert. True or false? Sleeping Beauty was a box office flop. True. Which actor/comedian provided the voice of Mushu in Mulan? Eddie Murphy. What gift does Bruno from Encanto possess? The ability to see into the future. When Anna asks Elsa if she wants to build a snowman and Elsa says, "Go away, Anna," what does Anna reply? Okay, bye. What color are Rapunzel's eyes? Green. What is everyone gathered to celebrate before Wreck-It Ralph destroys the cake? The 30th anniversary of Fix-It Felix Jr. Where does Tiana live? New Orleans. What number is Lightning McQueen in Cars? $95. What design is on Sid's t-shirt in Toy Story? A skull. Which side of his face is Scar's scar on? The right side. What color are Han's eyes in Frozen? Green. Who said this? Ah, you have spirit for one so small. Shere Khan in the Jungle Book. What famous film actor was considered for the voice of Hades in the animated Hercules? Jack Nicholson. Who did the Queen try to kill with a poisoned apple? Snow White. If Belle of Beauty and the Beast does not marry Gaston, who will he send to an asylum? Her father, Maurice. Ursula, the villain in The Little Mermaid, will turn Ariel into what if she does not give Eric a kiss of true love? A pope. In The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Frollo is charged with raising the boy he names Quasimodo after he did what? Killed Quasimodo's mother. In Aladdin, what does Jafar want Aladdin to get from the Cave of Wonder? Genie's lamp. In Aladdin, what is the name of Jafar's pet parrot? Lago. Bill Sikes is the villain in which film? Oliver and Company. What did Yasma get turned into in The Emperor's New Groove? I know I probably said her name wrong. I always do. A cat. As always, I like to include a fun fact in our Disney trivia, so here's this week's. Have you ever been caught in the rain in Epcot and used Spaceship Earth as an umbrella until the storm passed? There's a super cool reason why this theme park icon keeps us all dry. It's the unique gutter system. The exterior shell of the giant sphere has a small holes in its surface, which take in the rain and drain it out into the gorgeous showcase lagoon. Now back to the trivia. Live under the sea and have 2 eel friends. I will give you your desire if you have something to lend. Who am I? Ursula from The Little Mermaid. Which 2 princesses were based off novels by Charles Perrault? I'm sorry if I said that incorrectly. Cinderella and Aurora. Charles Perrault was a French writer who lived from 1628 to 1703. He published stories or fairy tales from past times with morals in 1697, which included Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella. The brothers Grimm later wrote their own versions of the 2 stories. Where does Mickey Mouse live? Mooston. Mickey's hometown has changed several times over the years. In 1932, it was called Silo Center in a comic story. Other stories simply called it Hometown. It was called Topolino from the Italian for Little Mouse. However, in 1990, Disney launched a new comic called Mickey Mouse Adventures, and they wanted a new name for his hometown. Their preferred option was Mouseville, but Mighty Mouse, another non-Disney animated character, already used it, so they used the name of Mouston instead. A second publisher used the name of Duckburg as the home of Donald Duck between 1993 to 1999. Since 2003, the name Mooston has been used consistently. A little fun fact for you. Which Disney character has Triskaidekaphobia? Sorry, I know I butchered that. Better known as a fear of the number 13. Bernard from The Rescuers. Buzz Lightyear is a toy in which Disney movie? I guess there are several now. Toy Story, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, and Toy Story 4. And soon to be Toy Story 5. What Disney character is known for leaving a glass slipper at a royal ball? Cinderella. In The Lion King, who is Simba's best friend? Nala. In The Princess and the Frog, what is the name of Tiana's firefly friend? Ray. What is the name of the boy who refuses to grow up? Peter Pan. What young boy creates the make-believe world of the 100-Acre Woods? Christopher Robin. What Disney heroine pretends to be a young man to protect her father? Mulan. What character adopted by a young girl is also known as Experiment 626? Stitch. What Disney character does the Blue Fairy appoint to keep Pinocchio out of trouble? Jiminy Cricket. How this will work is I will show you a picture that shows a character or characters from a Disney film appearing in a different movie. You're going to name the movie that the scene is from. I'll give you an example to start us off. Here we have Rapunzel and Flynn Rider appearing in what movie? This is not their movie Tangled, so what movie is it? Here we go. Frozen. Did you get it? Now, if you really want to challenge yourself, you can name the characters making a cameo and the movie. So here we would have Frozen with Rapunzel and Flynn Rider. Okay, now you're on your own. Good luck. The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and that's Belle there appearing. Princess and the Frog, and the Magic Carpet from Aladdin. The Little Mermaid, and there we have King and Duke from Cinderella. The movie's Aladdin, and can you spot the beast back there? The movie is Big Hero 6, and there we have on display is Hans from Frozen. The movie is Moana, and there we have Zen from Frozen. The movie is Hercules, and appearing is hard to tell there, but it's Scar on Hercules' head from The Lion King. The movie is Tarzan, and we have Mrs. Potts and Chip from Beauty and the Beast. The movie is Lilo and Stitch, and in the background, it's hard to see, but that's a poster of Mulan. The movie is Tangled, and up there above Flynn Rider's head is a Pinocchio. The movie is The Rescuers, and that's Bambi and Bambi's mom. The movie is The Incredibles, and that's Doc Hudson over there from Cars. As we wrap up this enchanting Disney trivia compilation, we want to extend a heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you for helping us reach 1,900 subscribers. Your support and enthusiasm for all things Disney have been truly magical. We hope you enjoyed revisiting all our Saturday trivia from November to now, and that brought a smile to your face and a spark of joy to your day. Remember, the adventure doesn't stop here. We're planning a live trivia event if we reach 2,000 subscribers, so if you haven't already, please subscribe and join our growing community. Let's continue to spread positivity and Disney magic together. Until next time, remember, start with love, end with kindness, and find a reason to smile today. See you real soon.